All right, here we go. Another shop day. Life has been lifing lately. We've had a lot going on with the family. So my son Jack plays AAU basketball, which they're full on in season right now. And he plays baseball, which they are full on in season right now, just through game 2 of their season. My daughter plays rec soccer. And then my daughter also plays travel soccer. And for whatever reason, those 2 seasons overlap as well. So life has been life, and we've been insanely busy. We have a ton of work to do on the cars. So the blue car, we've been having a little bit of a hang up. Let's just cut to some clips actually. Let's cut to some clips that I recorded last week of what we have going on with that blue car. So let's hit those right now. Saturday night, out at the shop, Parker's here putting his GK Tech angle kit on his Z. And Parker and I, May 24th, are driving a ClubFR Drift Day 102 at Shawano. So I need to prep the blue car because the blue car is the vehicle I am going to take. Last you saw, we put the fuel pressure regulator kit on this car, which is great. I need to do spark plugs. The car is breaking up randomly. I need to do an oil change. I got a couple drips under the car. I have no idea where they're coming from. I need to find those as well. And that's kind of where I'm at for getting this car prepped. I'd love to hit the street spot at least one time and just kind of see how these Kendas are and what tire pressures and stuff like that to run them at, because I never ran them before. But besides that, we're rocking and rolling. So we're gonna be under the hood for the first part of this video, or tonight at least, of what you guys see. So first things first, I'm gonna pull the spark plugs, because honest to goodness, I can't tell you what I got in what. I got a certain spark plug in that car, a certain spark plug in that car, and who knows what's in here, I don't remember. So literally all you have to do is, you see that little, if it wants to focus, it's mad at me. If you see that little 10 mil right there, I just gotta pull those, pull the coil packs, and then from there I should be able to pull the spark plugs out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I'm gonna get those out, I'm gonna get the 10s, I'm gonna get the plugs out, we're gonna check what they are, we're gonna go buy some, and then buy some VR1 and do a fresh oil change on this pig as well. So here we go. Saturday night, on to today's video. All right, let's get back to it. Let's talk. I got all the oil drained out and under the car. Got the filter off. Got all of this jazz off, which is great. So if we come over here to Parker's toolbox, these are the plugs. Okay, so fine-ish, maybe a fuel issue. If it wants to focus. But yeah, whatever. Maybe a fuel issue on this one. And then finish. So I don't know. So this is the recipe for a good time. Okay, these are the plugs. Why? I don't know. This is what I was told one time, and this is what I run. Okay, and then filter, I run these because this is what Toki Factory says to do. And I trust Toki Factory with my life. And then VR1. Why? Because I Googled it and they said it was good for these cars. So that's where we're at. We are going to get the filter on, get the oil back in the car, get all that stuff sealed up and ready. Mason's going to stop out. He wants to look at the plugs and stuff like that. He's like a super SR genius type dude. So he wants to check that stuff out, which is good. We will do that. And then, yeah, put it back together, fire it up, and see how she works. So again, maintenance. Maintenance is very important. Change your oil frequently and things will be fine. Okay, talk soon. All right, Mason's here. Yeah. Mason's the guy that loves SRs more than anybody in the world. So this is all back together. I'm doing a terrible job filming all this, but I'm actually trying to like make sure I do some stuff right and it's proper. And we did it all proper. So anyways, new plugs in the car, fresh oil in the car, fresh filter, cleaned off the underside. So all that stuff's good. I got a small power steering leak coming from somewhere that I gotta find that's just annoying. And then we reset the fuel pressure. So what we kind of did for that is you take this line off, you put a screwdriver in it, that way it's plugged. and then you set your fuel pressure. We set to 43 PSI, and then you put the vacuum line back on. So I need to do some test rips to actually know what's going on and if it's proper and if it's working and all that stuff. So I'm sure I'll do that at some point, but the car is back together. We're gonna let it run, warm up, and then I gotta go catch dinner. So I don't know. At some point we'll let you guys know if it worked, and we'll recap you on this video. So that's where we're at so far. All right, so that's the last you know about the blue car. So all that has been happening. I don't know what's going on with that car. We thought it was a fuel pressure issue. Check that. We thought it was an injector. Check that. We thought it was plugs. Check that. Thought it was a coil pack. Check that. Maybe it's an exhaust leak. We're gonna do the old redneck trick of putting a shop vac in the exhaust pipe and then seeing if, when we go up front, if we can hear anything whistling. I don't know, maybe it's an exhaust leak making the O2 sensor freak out, because if the O2 is plugged in, you can't do a pull. It's a closed loop issue. I don't know. I drove it to work yesterday, just cruised it real nice, kept it out of boost essentially and stuff. And when I fired it up in the morning, I didn't notice this, but I did fire it up and go inside and get ready for work. I wasn't specifically watching it. But when I fired it up after work, there's just plumes of white smoke coming out of the exhaust of that car. It's never got hot. It's never overheated. So whatever, life's been lifing. None of that matters. I was planning on driving that car in 2 weekends on the 24th. Today is Friday. We are 2 weekends away from the 24th. I don't think that car's gonna be ready, and me killing myself trying to get it ready, is just taking more time away from the important stuff. So we're gonna work on putting this car together. Will it be painted for the 24th? Probably not. Does it need to be? No. But an important event that it does need to be painted for is June 13th. June 13th, it was gonna be a T-Paint event, a Nappy Boy Automotive event at the Milwaukee Mile. That is not happening. Milwaukee Mile pulled out on them. There's all kinds of clips. Google it. Look on Facebook, look on Instagram, you'll hear the whole story about all that. Long story short, we're going to Road America now. This car needs to be ready for that. This car needs to be painted for that. So my thoughts are, finish as much as I can before the event, shake it down on the 24th, make sure everything is good, and then that'll give me 2 weekends before I drive it to at the Nappy Boy event to make sure it's all ready for that. Could I paint it in 2 weeks? Yeah, probably. I hope I get that done. But we'll kind of see how that all shakes out. So what do I need to do to this car? Obviously the front. Obviously I need to get the headlights mounted. Obviously I need to get the front bumper mounted. But before that, if you remember last, I welded all the holes and bodied all the holes shut on the rear quarters to make new holes, make them perfect, and make them really small M4 hardware. So I need to take the rear bumper off. I need to take the rear quarters off. I need to drill those holes out, put nut certs in, rib nuts, whatever you want to call them. Put those in, get them back mounted, get those on the car, get that done, get the back bumper mounted and finished. The side skirts mount up pretty good, so I'm good there. Fenders mount up pretty good, so I'm good there. But I need to make my screamer pipe that used to come out of the top. That needs to go out the bottom now, so I need to fix that. I need to get my exhaust to line up out of the rear bumper. I dragged it down a wall and it's pushed off to the side. So I need to fix that. And yeah, I'm gonna get to work. If I could get the quarters riv nutted on, get the side skirts back on today, get the rear bumper mounted today, get the exhaust fixed and the screamer pipe on today, I think that'd be a really good jump. Tomorrow my daughter's got a soccer tournament in Neenah. Sunday she's got to go back to Neenah. Sunday afternoon my son's got basketball, so there's not going to be much time there. Formula Drift ATL is on this weekend, which is sick. I'm going to watch that. Next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're in the Dells for my son's basketball tournament. So I pretty much have this weekend to get this car as far as possible. And then if I sneak out here on a couple weeknights next week around my kids' baseball. So that's terrifying. But here we go. I gotta get as much done as I can this weekend, because besides this weekend, I think I am screwed. But life goes on. That was a super long intro. There was video clips and everything in there, but all we can do is keep pushing forward and rock on. So here we go. Time to get to the rear quarters and time to get focused on today.